The U.S. has taken a pivotal step to supplying Ukraine with lethal aid. In December, U.S. President Donald Trump approved the commercial sale of weapons to Ukraine. Now, it was a highly anticipated move by the Ukrainian government, but it's far from the first deal between the U.S. and Ukraine in terms of lethal weapons. Ukraine state arms manufacturer Ukроборонпром has contracts with at least 10 different American companies, among them Aeroscraft Corporation. That company cooperated in the production of the M4 carbines model WAC-47, a weapon based on the Western M16 assault rifle. The joint contract was signed earlier this year, although cooperation between Ukraine's state arms manufacturer and Aeroscraft goes back more than 2 years. U.S. conglomerate Honeywell International Incorporated is supplying components for Ukraine's aircraft industry. The deal was signed in 2015. Ukraine's AN-132D aircraft was tested using parts supplied by the American company. Particular Antonov model was built without Russian parts. A U.S. industry leader in high-performance night vision and thermal imagery optics, American Technologies Network Cooperation made a deal back in December 2014 with Ukraine's Ukроборонпром to import military equipment. Rockwell Collins, which specializes in aviation and defense, signed a deal with Ukроборонпром in October 2017 to install modern onboard equipment and electronic systems in Ukrainian aircrafts. The deal was hailed as a strategic success by Ukraine's state arms giant. Meanwhile, Barrett Firearms Manufacturing, a U.S. firearms and ammunition company, first made a deal with Ukроборонпром in late 2014. The company has dominated the headlines this week after the Washington Post reported that the State Department approved a license for a multi-million-dollar deal for sniper rifles to be exported to Ukraine. The Tennessee-based company has been selling Ukraine .50 caliber Beret M10-7A1 sniper rifles and ammunition for nearly 3 years, but in smaller numbers. The model is dubbed by the manufacturer as, quote, a whole new legend. They say every component has been re-engineered to fit modern combat scenarios. The close equivalent of the American Beret sniper rifle is Ukraine's SGM 12.7 rifle, produced by Ukraine's state arms manufacturer Maidan, which is part of Ukроборонпром.
The effective range of the sniper rifle is 2 kilometers, and it can pierce 16 millimeters of armor at a distance of up to 500 meters. It can be used against enemy fortifications, such as pillboxes. Compared to the American sniper rifle currently used by American forces, the Ukrainian model has almost the same capabilities.
So how does Ukraine's SGM 12.7 compare to the Beret M10-7A1 sniper rifle? The muzzle velocity, in other words, the speed the bullet leaves the muzzle of the gun, 853 meters per second for the American weapon. For the Ukrainian model, it's 830 meters per second. The maximum range for the SGM 12.7 is 4 times less, with 2,000 meters, compared to the Beret model, which has a range of approximately 8,000 meters. The magazine capacity is 5 rounds for the Ukrainian model. The American counterpart has 10. And there's a need for both of these weapons on the front line in eastern Ukraine, says Deputy Director General at Ukроборонпром Denis Gurak. The much hyped-up export deal this week approved by U.S. President Donald Trump between Ukraine's Ukроборонпром and Beret Firearms is, quote, nothing new, according to U.S. State Department spokesperson Heather Nauert. For Ukraine, it's a remarkable testament of the continued support coming from Washington.
Main point why it is important that these deals are happening is that this allows us to build international trust and to show to the worldwide community that our major strategic partner, United States, helps us with weaponry, and it leads then this trust building leads to our ability to cooperate then in future on developing new samples of equipment.
For UATV, this is Tamara Rosevan in Kiev.